I woke up this morning. The usual time I wake up is about 6:30 because I usually go to work, but not on a Sunday. So it was a bit too early, really. I could have done with the extra sleep. But I woke up and it was so dark outside, and I was like, this can't be right. Have the clocks changed? And I didn't know. Of course, if they changed, it would be lighter. It's just that time of the year when it's not quite clocks change time, but just about it was so dark. Apparently, the sun didn't come up until past 7 o'clock. So this is looking good for work the next couple of weeks. So I'm only there for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to go to Wales for another week, and I'm going to visit my mum, who's hopefully all right. She's had an operation yesterday, but it should be fine. Hopefully. So I'm going to contact her later and see whether she's back. Oops. I've not got the selfie stick this time, so it's not quite as far away that I can put it as usual. But anyway, the winter is coming. It's so cold. It went from being really hot, and I was wearing a coat outside, and everyone was like, "Why are you wearing a coat? It's far too warm to wear a coat." Hello, BJ. Hello, Philip. Oh, I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Well, hello. Went from wearing a coat outside, and everybody was like, Why are you wearing a coat? It's too hot to wear a coat." And I'm like, you'll see. And now everyone's like, I've gone out in the wet and I'm all wet and I'm so cold. Now I've got my big coat. Of course, my big coat, I've noticed, has got holes coming in it, as has most of my clothes, really. People keep pointing out that there are holes in my clothes, and it turns out, yes, the moths have got it all. Because it's all natural fibres, all lovely cotton, which the moths really like, it turns out. So I probably need to get some more clothes, but I'm a mixture of stingy and poor, and that's never good, really, when you're trying to find clothes. I'm thinking, if I buy clothes, I will have clothes, but then the moths will eat them too, and then I won't have any money, and then I won't have any clothes. And also, my shoes have all got holes in them, but I got some new ones, and that was good, except I wore them every single day, and they're very, very close to having holes in them again. So it's like, oh no. That's the trouble with wearing them every day. And I've had terrible ankle pains. Oh, it's just nothing but grumble. So, hello, Scott. Terrible ankle pains, but I put new insoles in my and so hopefully that's going to be good too. They've slightly hurt less the last week. They've been hurting for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. That's probably because I've got rubbish shoes. Even though I bought new ones, I bought rubbish new ones. Basically, I bought the ones that I thought would they basically look like school, like the sort of I'll show you what they are. They look like the sort of shoes that you'd wear if you're 4 years old, or maybe 6 years old, and you're doing PE, basically. So I've got, also, as well as, why are you wearing a big coat, why are you wearing PE shoes? It's like, because I am. But very important, look, insoles, which I now realise they had stickiness on the bottom. I now realise by taking them out, I've taken off the stickiness. So hopefully they won't slide around too much. But they've been slightly better in the last week or so. I don't know what it is, because I haven't actually had it diagnosed, but my ankles really hurt in the morning, so that's not good. And they've hurt slightly less in that when I'm running for a bus, I'm like, whoa, that actually feels better, because it's sort of putting I think maybe my tendons or something are the wrong angle. I don't know. I don't really know much about foot health or foot care. All I know is my ankles hurt. I know they don't hurt quite as much, so that's the thing. That's a good thing. So, how is everybody? Jump boots. Yeah, maybe. I need to get some good. I've saved up for some boots, and I've saved up. But the trouble is, I'm going to have to put the insole. I've got two, pardon me, two types of insoles. And so, hopefully, they will be transferred, even though the glue's come off the bottom. I've got another pair, so hopefully they'll be good. But it's pretty much every shoe, some worse than others, but every shoe. Like, for ages, I can just see my favourite shoes for a while. My favourite shoes for a while were these shoes, which I still got. And actually, maybe maybe the bottoms haven't come out of them completely. Or some cultures don't like you showing the bottoms of the shoes. So that's, yeah. So I was wearing these for ages, a couple of years ago, and I was wondering why my ankles were getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. They just really weren't getting and then I put insoles in them and they were better again. So that's good. Interesting story, Elise. Oh, I know. Anyway, this last week I have been mainly, when I'm not at work, mainly focusing on, I've joined a group called, oh, that sounds ominous, learn to speak Welsh fluently in 50 days, something like that. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, Nicky Roberts, look at him, he's got a YouTube channel, Nicky Sydd Ma. I think that's what it's called, where he does lots of Welsh language things. He learnt Welsh fairly quickly. Sketches are good, yeah. He learnt Welsh fairly quickly, and only like a year or two ago, and he's using the technique that he used because he was like speedily quick. It's good, but it needs a lot. It does require a lot of speaking practice and speaking with other people, and I haven't got around to that later. I've only been doing it for a week, so I need to get speaking with people in Welsh. But the thing is, living in London, there's not that many people that speak Welsh in London. I'm sure there are people, just not people I know. So this is difficult. So I'm having to try and get online time with people speaking Welsh, and I'm never at home when they're available. So I don't know whether I will speak Welsh in 50 days. Probably not. But I did a blog post today, tried really hard. So I've got a new blog in Welsh about learning Welsh, and it's terrible. But I did try. Hello, Tax the Penguin. It is terrible. I might put the it's on WordPress. I might put the link up somewhere soon. But it's in Welsh, so if you don't speak Welsh, well, I don't speak Welsh, so it's probably it's I don't know, run it through Google Translate. It probably still doesn't make any sense because I tried not to do any internet. I did look, at one point I resorted to a dictionary because I was like, I want to express myself and I can't really. So I was looking up words and it's like, oh, I don't really know this word. And even after I wrote it, I'm like, I don't really remember it still. But I tried really hard, but some of the grammar is absolutely terrible in it. But I was trying really hard. I don't know, language learning is difficult. I'm trying to trick my brain into learning it in the way that a small child would learn it. But I've also got the thing where I want to write very complicated things that like a small child wouldn't want to write. So I'm getting really like frustrated. Whereas a small child would just say, I want an apple. Like that. I've forgotten it already. That's how terrible it is. Dwenisha. I can't say it. That's it. I can see. I know what the words are, but I can't say them. And Dwisha, Apple, please. Anyway, this is what I'm like. I can understand some of it quite a lot. Like I'm reading Welsh, but I try to say it and I'm just like, I don't want to say it. It's going to sound stupid. And it is going to sound stupid. It just sounded stupid. I know what I wanted to say. And it was to the level of a 4-year-old. I just want an apple. I don't want an apple. That's maybe it because I don't really want an apple. Don't really like apples. So maybe that's what my problem is. But I want to say really complicated stuff about philosophy and politics and stuff in a different language. And that's really the problem because that's not really going to happen until you're really fluent at it. And you can try, but it'll be nonsense and you look like an idiot. Which I did. That's, it's just the blog post is just, hello, here's me, Welsh. Yes, exactly. The best way to learn a language is to saturate yourself for a year. But the thing is, I haven't got the money to be going. I'm like, I want to really learn French, Portuguese and Spanish, mainly, and Welsh. Now, Wales I'm from, but there's not many people in the part of Wales where I am from, apart from my cousin's daughter and son went to a Welsh-speaking school, so they can speak Welsh, but they learnt from, like, when they were 3 years old, so they think it's easy. And it is for them, because they learnt it from the beginning. But I don't want to be mocked by small children. They're not that small, they're like teenagers now, but I don't really want to talk to them, because they're like, they probably think I'm an idiot for not knowing anything. So I wouldn't. So I should probably, but the parts of Wales where they speak Welsh all the time, I don't know anyone in that places, and I'd feel like really, and you know, because if I was trying to get a job there, I wouldn't be able to because I don't really speak Welsh. Yeah, so that's bad. So I've lost 2 people. I had 7 people, 7 whole people, and I've only got 2. But thank you for sticking at it, 5 people, while I'm talking about absolute nonsense. But you can go and see my blog. Rarebit is cheese. It's not just cheese. Welsh rarebit, yeah, roast rabbit, yeah, roast rabbit is a different thing. Welsh rarebit isn't just cheese on toast. It's a sort of cheesy white sauce with, you know, milk and mustard and maybe a little bit of ale or beer in it and some salt and pepper and everything, and you mix it all up and you make this lovely thick white sauce. You put it on the top of the bread, and then you put it under, yes, beer, you can put beer, is helpful to make it flavour, and you put it under you don't have to put beer in it. We never had beer in it when I was a kid, obviously, because I was a kid, so, but you can put beer in it, and I don't think we had mustard, but it's basically a cheesy sauce. You put it on the top. You can put Coleman's, but I would put some sort of grainy mustard. Probably nice grainy mustard. Anyway, it's up to you. It's a choice that you would make. You can put any mustard you want in it, not too much. And any cheese, you can make it with vegan cheese. You can make it with almond milk. It would still be the same thing because it's basically a white sauce that you put on top of bread. Gluten-free bread, which I would have. And then put it under the grill. Or if you're an American, that would be the broiler. So it's not like, because I know in America, weirdly, grills are like hot plate sort of things. Whatever you want. You can have any sort of bread you want. Any sort of batter you want. That's the word for bread. Ooh, how fluent am I? And then you put it under, caws is the name of cheese. That's what cheese is. And bwrw is the name for beer. And I don't know what mustard is in Welsh. Hallen is salt, is it? And I'm not sure what pepper is. It's all a bit hit and miss, really. Well, anyway, let's see what you get. A recipe for vegan, gluten-free Welsh rarebits. Or you can make it with any cheese you want, sort of melty. Any cheese. Caerphilly, yeah, Caerphilly, go for it. Any cheese you like. Whatever. And good evening, Terry. And yeah, so you just put it, after you've made the nice white sauce, put it under the broiler, grill, depending where you're from, and make it sort of crispy, make it sort of, it goes slightly brown, not too brown, don't make it so that it's gone burnt, just so it's sort of bubbling and crispy, and then you eat it up, and that's the best part, eating it up. So I haven't really had Welsh rarebit with vegan cheese and gluten-free bread, but I'm sure it's lovely. Maybe I'll make it tomorrow if I get home and I have any of the ingredients, which I'm not here. I probably have got some of the ingredients. Yeah, I'll make it and eat it. Yum yum. Yum 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 yum. So yeah, see, all you get, Welsh language and recipes and all sorts. Woo! Maybe I'll sort of do a sort of infrequent video log in Welsh to see whether I get any better at all. I'll start off like just saying the basics, like Elise Dewey. You go, ooh, her name's Elise. And work up to complicated philosophy and politics. Oh, by 50 days I'll be, yes, it'll be amazing. You'll be amazed and astounded. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, amazed and astounded. So what else has happened apart from that this week? Yes, you could add Worcester sauce to it. Yeah, anything you want. You could add chilli sauce to it if you want. Is there anything similar to Caerphilly? Well, Wensleydale's quite similar to Caerphilly because it's a sort of crumbly, quite salty cheese. I am the vegetable lady, and now I'm the caws on toast. Batter. Tost is the name. Or dost? Tost. Yeah. Caws. Toast. Cheese on toast. Yeah, with a nice bit of seaweed. Lava bread. Lava bread's nice. Actually, I've got a can of lava bread somewhere, and that's quite nice. If you don't know what that is, it's seaweed. Ooh, talking of which, I went to eat all-you-can-eat sushi yesterday. Ooh, it's dark in here. All-you-can-eat sushi yesterday. And, yeah, I mean, it wasn't unlimited sushi. You could have 3 rounds. You could only have a certain amount. There was all sorts of sushi. There was vegetable sushi and not vegetable sushi and blah blah blah. But I had with somebody else. There had to be 2 people, so we had quite a lot of sushi. Where's my bar? Oh, here it is. Quite a lot of sushi, and we'd only gone 1 round, and you could do 3 rounds. So it's like, well, we're gonna have a bit more. But I was so full. But we had not as much as you could have had for the second round, and it was a bit of a struggle. So basically, I ate a lot of sushi, and then I was still feeling the sushi this morning. I was like, I ate too much sushi. So all you can eat sushi is not as much as I ate sushi. Anyway, here it is, lava bread. Haggis is good. You can get vegetarian haggis and not vegetarian haggis. Haggis is good. Lava bread, that's probably backwards to you. Never had sushi. A lot of people haven't, but it's very good. You can have it. It's basically means with rice. So you don't have to have it with raw fish, because it actually means with rice. So it's anything with rice, really. So I suppose rice pudding is sushi, if you want it to be. That's lava bread anyway, so I'm not going to open it now, but it's a traditional Welsh delicacy. If it's showing up backwards, you wouldn't see that. I don't know whether it is. But that's sort of Japanese as well, in a way. I really like seaweed. So I was going to have seaweed for my breakfast yesterday, and I thought, no, because I'm going to have sushi and I'm going to have lots of seaweed. And I did. It was mostly seaweed. I had a lot of seaweed, and I had edamame, which is soybeans. And I had, oh, that was a nice one, shiitake sushi. That was nice. Anyway, lovely. It is, oh, that's good, because it's shown the wrong way around for me, so I don't really know. Anyway, this is a traditional Welsh delicacy. And they sold it in my local Tesco. My parents' local Tesco. Not in London, in where my parents are from. It's a product of Wales. It's from Barry Island. Huh. Oh, it's just Barry Port Limited. Maybe not from Barry Island, but the company's from Barry Island. It's got little things on the back. Lava cakes and lava and cockle pate. Toasted lava snacks. Ooh, recipes. Who knows whether I use those. You can also mix it up with oats and bacon and or vegetarian bacon. Oh, that's another thing that I got from the shopsies. Instead of spending money on things like shoes, who needs shoes? I've been buying things like vegan bacon. Oh, look at this thing. Vegan bacon. That was really nice. I probably showed it you last week. What are the basics of taste? Salty, sweet, sour, umami. Or is it unagi? No, that's eel. Umami. And salty, sour, sweet, umami, and bitter. There you go. You learn things, don't you? I've probably got the wrong terminology for them, but yes, you have got 5 tastes. And umami, is it umami? Is things like soy sauce and Marmite and yeast flakes, nutritional yeast, and MSG, savoury, salty. Savoury is salty. What the heck what? What the heck what? Yes, all sorts of things. What the heck? Yeah. What else has happened this week? Oh, they started Drag Race UK, didn't they? That was interesting. There was the person that got mushrooms. Yeah. Shiitake mushrooms. That's not one of the 5 basic tastes. But yes, mushrooms are umami. Whoa, whatever. Mushrooms are lovely. What was I talking about? Mushroom. Yeah, the person got knocked out. Oh, that's a spoiler if I talk about it. That's it. It's like if you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, you probably don't care, to be honest. So if you did see it, you did care. All right, then. The person that got knocked out, basically, they were from Leicester, where I was originally from, in a way. Umami. So, yeah, there you go. Umami. It is. I was created in Leicester. I was not born in Leicester. I'll leave it to you to decide what that means. But, yes. So they got knocked out and they dressed as a tiger. I'm not sure. I think there's some sort of football team or something that has tiger as a mascot, or is called the Tigers. Probably. Who knows? Anyway, they Gothy Kendall, that's what their name was. They what's that? Oh, the piping has come on. It's a very noisy house, this, old houses. Yes, so they got knocked out, and so other people are still in it. So if you don't watch Drag Race, you won't care, and if you do watch Drag Race and you missed it, then I've spoiled it, and I'm sorry, but never mind. That's what happened. Yeah, so there was I watched Strictly Come Dancing, and there was somebody dressed as a tiger in there, and it did remind me of they were doing somebody dressed as a tiger and then somebody dressed as a panda from Kung Fu Panda. So basically the same programs. They both got Michelle Visage in them, and they're both dressing as stupid things. Tiger, yeah, both dressing as stupid things. The same program, exactly the same. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Tiger and Kung Fu Panda, yeah. I feel like I need to blow my nose. I've got a cold coming, I'm sure. This week coming, I keep meaning to do like a separate video. I'm like, I'll do all these things, and then I don't know. I spent all yesterday out, and then this today doing Welsh, working hard on my blog post. I don't know whether anything will come of this, but I'm trying. I'm trying to do things. And apparently, if you learn languages, then as you get older, your brain doesn't deteriorate in the same way. So you can stave off the ravages of old age. Which is also, considering my ankles are falling apart and I'm completely falling apart, at least maybe I'll still have a little bit of brain power if I keep learning languages. Or I'll just stimulate bits of my brain. So even if some of it fails, the rest of it will just take up the slack. One can hope. So yeah, maybe, if nothing else, that'll happen. Maybe, hopefully. Yeah, I might be going to the Royal Albert Hall next week to see something, but I don't know because that hasn't been confirmed. Because there's some sort of concert that I might be helping the people that are going there. So, I'm sort of a chaperone. But I don't know. Possibly. I'll let you know if that was a good concert. I won't let you know anything else about it. But but if it was a good concert, if I went, I'll go, yay, that was great. Hooray. And if I don't go, then I don't go. Yeah. But yeah, 2 weeks until I go to Wales for a week, and then I don't know what's happening after that. Got no clue. Absolutely no clue what I'm doing. But neither has anyone else in Britain, because it sort of coincides with the what is happening with Britain and the Europe and the oh my goodness me, I've got no clue. I've got no clue. If anybody can tell me, answers on a postcode to any address you can think of, because who knows whether anybody will even have a house or a home by then. Oh, and everyone's like, don't be silly, everything's going to be amazing. Don't be silly, don't stockpile. Don't be silly. Do you remember the millennium? The millennium bug, and everyone spent millions of pounds making it, going, panicking and spending 3 or 4 years preparing and spending money to make sure it didn't happen, and nothing happened, did it? It's like, yeah, because they spent 3 or 4 years preparing to make sure it didn't happen and spent quite a lot of money on it. And what have they done this time? Does anyone know? No. So, if anything doesn't happen, if it all goes really well, really well, I know. If it goes really well, nobody's prepared. That's it, Philip. No, nobody's prepared. Yeah, people prepared for years to make sure nothing happened then. And they're like, well, nothing happened, did it? It's like, that's the thing, though. It's like a swan or an iceberg. There's a lot of things going down underneath, and you can't see it. Everything's smooth on the top. Well, that's what happened with the millennium bug. This time, actually, no, because everyone's panicking on the top as well. So, yeah. So, yes, it is winter. That's what I said. Winter is nice, but very cold. So, winter is coming. Winter is cold. It's all very Yeah, I can't predict the future. Nobody can predict the future. But everyone's like, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad will happen. Except we don't know that, do we? We don't know that at all. And I'm still looking, even now, at the last possible minute, I'm still looking at possible places to buy in Bulgaria. But the thing is, they're all in the middle of the countryside, very far. And apparently the winters do get very, very cold in Bulgaria. But you can get like a barn in the country. Take a risk, yeah. A barn in the country for like £5,000. So I could somehow I'm sure that I could somehow scramble that together. Somehow. Can't afford a pair of shoes, but maybe I can afford £5,000 for a barn. Who knows? But they all look like they're falling apart, and they're in the middle of nowhere, maybe quite far from the national grid. If Bulgaria has a national grid, I'm assuming it does, and quite far from the road, and it probably wouldn't be a wise thing to do there. But if I can get everybody else I know to also buy barns in the countryside, in the same part of the countryside of Bulgaria, and have a massive community. Am I buffering? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all right. Anyway, if I can get a massive community in Bulgaria in the next 2 weeks, then it'll be fine. Except that's really close to like Turkey and the Ukraine and Russia, and so if there are any global instabilities or international incidents, it's probably not the best place to be, and it is far from anywhere, but it might be fine. It's still in the EU. But yeah, so I'm not sure whether it is wise to do that, but it's a plan. It's a possibility. There's lots of possibilities. Anyway, so that's not going to happen, obviously, because it's 2 weeks and it's too quick to do anything. So if I can't arrange a move to Bulgaria, then how on earth is the whole of Britain going to organise the whole of Britain getting out of the EU and everything getting right and sorting it in 2 weeks? It's not possible. I can't even organise. I'm not even going to have spoke Welsh in 50 days, Brexit in 2 weeks. It's a complicated proposition. But if I can speak Welsh in 50 days, maybe Britain can sort itself out in 20 days. Who knows? Nobody. That's the trouble. I've lost people again. Let's talking about the Brexit. It's like it's a loss. It's a lossy thing. Wales has awesome summers. They do have summers. Hello, yes. Is it winter in Wales? It's probably quite cold, but it's quite cold here. Learn life in 5 minutes. Yes. I've gained for 8 people now. I've gained people. Oh, maybe it was the buffering. Maybe I had a buffer zone. I'm just thinking of a buffet zone now. I'm going back to the all-you-can-eat sushi. It wasn't like laid out. They brought it to you fresh. It was fresh sushi. And I had some miso soup. So nice. Lots of cucumber. And avocado. Ooh, and a big thing of aubergine. Ooh, it was yummy. It did say that if you didn't eat it all, they would charge you for what you didn't eat. So I was eating all the lettuce and stuff as well. But it turns out that, they didn't mind if you didn't eat the garnish, and we didn't get charged more, really. Probably would have worked out cheaper if you just bought what you could eat and not stuffed yourself stupid. Circle thing on my nose. Whee! Yeah, gone now. Good. Yeah. I'd probably go in a minute, because this is 28 minutes and it has traditionally got so hot. Maybe it won't get so hot now because it's colder. The whole atmosphere is colder. It's winter and it's cold, so my device won't go so hot that it will seize up. But I'll give it a minute anyway, because I don't want to press my luck. So thank you for you, all 10 of you. Very, very grateful for you to come to see me, and maybe next time we can have a little chat in Welsh. You can all learn Welsh in 50 days, and then we can have a lovely conversation. It gets hot now. Oh, that's all right. I'm very grateful for having it anyway, so thank you, Philip. Yes, always good to see you. Always good to see all of you. And if I do start speaking in Welsh, it's because I'm so, I've gone on Welsh. It's like going Hollywood. Definitely cold there. Ooh, you're here, Monica. Hey, you're just in time because I'm going in a minute. But thank you. You made it just to the end. Is there any profit in learning Welsh? I don't know whether there is profit in learning Welsh, but S4C, S4C, is the Welsh language challenge. Yeah, it did. It got to... So I'm in the freezer again. Oh, what was I saying? Espedwarec. It's not buffering. It got too hot. So Espedwarec is the Welsh... Anyway, S4C, let's just go with S4C, is the Welsh language channel, and they are making quite a lot of programmes in Welsh, like all sorts of documentaries and quite interesting dramas and comedies and stuff, and that. Ice Pack, I do know the Ice Pack. So I was thinking, if I got really good at Welsh, then I could be on Welsh television in Welsh. But, I don't know, because there are 300... Hang on. There's 3 million people, more or less, in Wales. There's about 500,000 that to some degree or other can speak Welsh. Out of those, about 250,000 of them are on S4C. That's a lie. But, you never know. Possibly, if I got really good at Welsh, I can't even say Welsh, really good at it, Cymraeg. If I got really good at it, really quickly, then maybe I could be on Welsh television, because I've sort of I'm not managing it with English language television, so I probably won't manage it with the Welsh language television, but you can hope, can't you? They make quite a lot of dramas in Wales and quite a lot of stuff, so who knows? I'm not sure I'm going to get to the level where I can write really good dramas myself in Welsh, but who knows? It's possible. Friends in Welsh. Yes, I'll write the Welsh version. That's an awful thing. Anyway, yeah, I'll make the Welsh version of Friends, and then I'll star in it, and I'll do the theme tune and do the... That's a reference to Little Britain. I will do that. I will do all of that, and yeah. So I should probably... I can't stay in the freezer all day now. It's getting cold. It's getting very cold in the freezer, but at least my device is not cold. So what I'm going to do, my hair's very wet, that's why I can't think. I could become a Welsh presenter on TV. I probably need to get a little bit better than not very good at Welsh. I need to be a lot better at Welsh, but I could do that. But if I got really good at Welsh, then maybe I could. It's an ambition. It's a thing. You never know. So, who knows? Yeah, I'm going to go now and do some more Welsh practice. Maybe find somebody to speak to in Cymraeg. See, that's it. I'm not even sure, because I think it's a regional thing where the people that I would speak to would say Cymraeg or Cymraeg. We shall see. I'm too scaredy cat to watch. Scaredy cat? Oh, that's another person from RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm too scared to watch it. So anyway, I'm going to try. I'm going to try in the next week to speak to people in Welsh. So I'll see you soon. Bad light in this freezer. Bye.